He promised to return. Therefore, in that day, my people shall know my name. Because I myself who speaks will be present. What is written has been fulfilled before our eyes. Those who looked at him will not be ashamed. Soon we will see his transformation. The man Christ Jesus is here.
Hello, Blessed. Today's topic is the persecution for the gospel. And now, the man Christ Jesus.
As a matter of fact, that's tonight's topic, the persecution of the gospel. Let's ask a question. Where does persecution come from? Don't answer me. Where does persecution come from? Notice, number one, persecution comes from evil and perverse men because not all have faith, the religions. But also, persecution comes from people who love God, but by what I'm going to read to you now, it's that they continue thinking that they please God. This fellow persuades men to worship God contrary to the law. Why did they think that? Because they were filled with Moses. That's what filled the atmosphere in those times. So when Paul talked, he spoke weird. That's what's happening to us in these times. There's so much legalism, and they see Jesus of Nazareth, and he was faithful to the law. Well, that spirit sticks to you. They listen to me now, and they say, look, he's against God. We are not being persecuted because we are drug smuggling or money laundering or disrespecting people, stealing, mistreating. Our persecution is because of the type of teaching that we have. But as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, do you know the privilege to be entrusted the true gospel? Not the one of the circumcision, the one of the uncircumcision. Even so we speak, not as pleasing, what? That's my problem, that I'm not here to please men, be it family, son, brother, uncle, aunt. Whoever messes with me with this, right there, they have a problem. And it hurts, truly. All of a sudden you say, man, for a tattoo, look how they are mistreating me. Persecution has two edges. Always look for the second one. The first one is, they're going to hurt me. The second one is, how is the angel going to help me in this? What's important here is what Paul teaches us. Galatians chapter 1, verse 10 through 12. Look at what the Apostle Paul says here. For do I now persuade men? That's the problem, that there are people that are looking for that. Do I look to adapt myself to them, or it's God's truth? For do I now persuade men or God? That's where you have to answer yourself, because that gives you the value to say, look, if they persecute me, if I lose my job, but it's for God. It's for something firm, and he will compensate me. But if it's for another religion, why waste my time with another religion? Or do I seek to please men? For if I still pleased men, I would not be a bondservant of Christ. That's why I do not please a man. The one I please is the one who appeared to me and told me how things are. Abba, Father. So I cannot please anyone that does not bring me what Jesus tells me. Oh, and then backed by the book. It's there. Well, when this was revealed to me, do you think that I'm going to be convinced by a doctor of theology? There was not an authority for me, not even the president of the United States or the biggest deputy. I don't respect them because my head was fixed in a way that I cannot respect nothing that is not what is written here. If it's not there, for me, it's not worth a penny. That's where my authority is. because I am submitted. Yes, you do not have authority if you're not submitted. For you to be powerful, you have to say, I am submitted to him. And then they come to me and they say, oh, so then you are the maximum authority? No, I am submitted to my Father. The words that I hear from my Father, those are the ones I speak to you. Because everybody has to be submitted. That's your authority, that you are submitted.
Hello, Blessed. Today's topic is the foolishness of this gospel. And now, the man, Christ Jesus.
To form Christ in a life, it takes time. To form you until you are firm, until you lose those fears that your experience of your life, of your religion, we have lost. We have seen abortions here in this congregation. As a matter of fact, I remember personally, I had to go through that process because that started in me. But there were times, for example, to take away the rudiments. I remember here in Miami, the Lord told me, look, that of baptism, that's stupid. You already baptized in his death. Oh, Father, if I say this on Sunday, everybody will leave. But I would not abort. God did not have to labor and birth again for me, because I would say this baby is going to come out. Imagine. To form Christ in you, and after he's formed, you're on the other side of the river. Oof. When Christ is formed in you, look, life, there is no test on earth that can go against you. There isn't a situation, economic, physical, nothing. But to form Christ in someone's life, that's the most marvelous thing. Because it's that, as a matter of fact, the gospel is for your salvation, to save you of yourself. What happens is that everything has a process. And in your life, there is a process. And he is dealing with you. And whoa, if there is an abortion in your mind, don't abort. Hold on to that baby until it's born. That Christ is being formed in you. And when that happens, you will be the happiest person. If you are not already, you will be the happiest person on earth, because nothing can go against you. But there's something that you have to do, because if you don't, you will suffer. Therefore, we must give the more earnest heed to the things we have heard, lest we drift away. See, that you abort. It's not that you lose your salvation. God is not petty. You are saved, always saved. Even if you drift away, even if you abort, you are saved forever. But what's important is that while you are here in your body, you take advantage of that service. But many of you neglect that. You cannot be quiet before a situation and continue that of the complaints. Oh, and I feel like this. And, oh, this is so bad. And this. Oh, it hurts here. Oh, it hurts over here. Oh, the car is broken. Oh, and what a situation, this and this. And I forgot this, and I always forget that. You cannot stay quiet. Can't you see that if you stay quiet, look what's going to happen to you. Look, I'm going to warn you. If you stay quiet, the flesh starts to create mirages. And that mirage tells you there's failure. Well, you know what a mirage is, right? An individual that's in a desert and he sees a spring and he goes there, and when he gets there, it was sand. Well, the flesh is filled with mirages. So you have to take your jaw and put some oil there. Oh, and the children, when they're little, that of leaving those children complaining and crying. No, the child right there, when they're little. Say this word. Confess this. No. Confess. And the child learns, and when the child gets it, look, I found a new path. It works for my mother and it works for me too.